Necromancy is the forbidden school of magic centered around the manipulation of souls and the reanimation of the dead. In Skyrim, these dark arts are often seen as unethical, and in many cases, an outright evil practice. Today we'll explore a series of mods that enhance the gameplay, visual, and role-playing elements of Necromancy, making the decision to pursue it immersive and rewarding. So much so that it's worth building an entire playthrough around. Have you ever considered not just modding your game, but also your browser? You can with this video's sponsor, Opera GX. Opera GX lets you fully tailor your browsing experience with tons of customization options, from animated wallpapers and typing sounds, to sound effects for opening and closing tabs, shaders, custom icons, splash screens, and much more. You can create your own, or download and configure mods through the GX store to craft your ideal browser setup. And with thousands of themes available, there's no shortage of options. Opera GX also comes with built-in privacy tools like ad and tracker blockers, along with a free, no-log VPN. And if that wasn't enough, there's even tools like RAM and CPU limiters, so you can manage resources and keep your system running smoothly even while gaming or multitasking. Opera GX is also equipped with an import tool that makes switching super easy by letting you import all your settings from your previous browser. If you're ready to upgrade your browsing experience, give Opera GX a try by clicking the link down below. Let's begin with Practical Necromancy. This mod is to Necromancy what the mod Better Vampires is to Vampires. It completely reworks Necromancy from the ground up, separating it from the Conjuration school and establishing it as its own skill that levels up independently with its own comprehensive perk tree. It implements several new mechanics, adds new Necromancy themed spells, and overhauls Reanimated Thralls. There's so much to unpack with this mod that it could easily have its own dedicated video, but for now, I'll highlight some of the key features and most notable changes. First and foremost, the mod introduces a ton of quality of life improvements to Necromancy. Reanimated Thralls will no longer turn to ash upon death, they won't trigger traps, they ignore friendly fire from allies, and they'll equip the best weapons and armor available in their inventory. They'll also draw their weapons and sneak when you do. And perhaps the most welcome change, you can now toggle off those annoying zombie voices. To begin your journey as a Necromancer, simply reanimate a corpse. Doing so will grant you a mysterious grimoire. By reading it, you'll unlock the new perk tree and the ability to transcribe new chapters, both of which serve as your means of progression, providing new abilities and expanding your options as a Necromancer. An example being the Speak to the Dead perk, which gives you access to a new menu when interacting with your summons and thralls, allowing you to manage their equipment, view their stats, and command them in a number of different ways. It will also unlock the ability to promote undead. Promoted undead are stronger, have more intelligent AI, and are more aggressive in combat. One of Practical Necromancy's most notable additions is the ritual system. With the right materials, you can perform rituals on corpses to transform them into various types of undead. At higher levels, you can access up to 36 different types of undead, each with unique abilities and characteristics. Some transformations are corpse-specific, such as turning wolves into hellhounds, female corpses into wisp mothers, or dead horses into spectral horses. Some undead like Draugr Deathlords can be upgraded through successive rituals. They can be transformed into Draugr Death Overlords and eventually even into a Dragon Priest. The highest level of ritual is Awakened Undead, which is unlocked with a perk of the same name. It will allow players to create permanent undead that aren't restricted by timers, nor contribute to the player's summon limit. Awakened Undead scale with the player's level and stats. They can be taught spells, and they can be posted at the player's home or lair and be ordered to guard and sandbox the area. There's so much more to this mod, but those are the highlights. If you're a fan of Necromancy, this mod is a must-have. It opens up so many possibilities and truly redefines what it means to be a Necromancer in Skyrim. The next mod is one I'm sure many of you are familiar with. Undeath Remastered takes you on a quest to unravel the dark secrets of a Necromancer and his followers, all driven by the forbidden pursuit of immortality. From the frigid peaks of the Dragontail Mountains to the depths of Apocryphi, you'll embark on a perilous journey to thwart their plans. Along the way, the forbidden knowledge they sought will ultimately fall into your hands, offering you the choice to perform the unholy ritual yourself to become an undead lich. In doing so, you'll gain eternal life, resurrecting at your ritual site whenever you die. In the new lich form, you'll gain enhanced armor and magicka, in addition to a powerful arsenal of spells and abilities including a mass resurrection spell, as well as poison and decay magic, usable in both your lich and human forms. Undeath Classical Lichdom further redefines and expands this experience, fixing numerous bugs and improving key mechanics. The mod introduces a streamlined progression system, allowing you to feed soul gems into your phylactery to unlock new abilities and to enhance existing ones. The Lich form is now fully customizable, letting you change your appearance as you grow in power. You'll also have access to your full spell menu while in Lich form. The mod also reworks the Lich's passive abilities and offers a more immersive, polished questline, delivering a smoother overall experience. To further enhance the Lich form, we have Undeath Lich Can Fly. This mod takes J-Serpa's clever solution for the Vampire Lords Can Fly mod and adapts it to the new Lich form, allowing you to fly around freely with full collision and the ability to engage in aerial combat. Initiating flight is simple. Just spam the jump button, and once you release it, you'll seamlessly glide through the air. This adds a whole new layer of mobility and freedom to your Lich form, introducing an entirely new gameplay element that wasn't possible before. Necromancy is all about harnessing magic, so let's take a look at a few mods that expand your arsenal of spells. First up, we have Necrotic, a mod that builds on Necromancer themed magic at your disposal. Balanced around vanilla spells, Necrotic introduces corpse magic, new bound weapons, and a variety of new summons, all with unique, ghostly green visuals. The newly introduced bound weapons don't just look better than the regular ones, they also come with a useful secondary effect. When an enemy is killed by a necrotic weapon, it siphons necrotic shards from their body. These shards act as a new resource that can be consumed to power stronger abilities, like the spell Inject Corrupted Shard, which boosts the health, armor, and damage of all your summoned undead for 60 seconds. The new summons are just as varied and powerful. You can summon a range of ethereal Draugr and skeletons, each with differing strengths and equipment. But Necrotic doesn't stop there. Corpses become valuable resources in ways beyond reanimation. They can be sacrificed to summon necrotic spirits, with the spirit strength scaling based on your conjuration level. Corpses can also be exploded to deal massive damage in a small area. At first, you can only detonate one corpse at a time, but as your level advances, you'll be able to trigger explosions from all nearby corpses at once. A notable addition is the Convocation spell. This ability pulls all your friendly summons within a large radius directly to your position. It serves as the perfect panic button to escape a tight situation. While Necromancy is typically associated with conjuration magic, the next mod, Desecration, takes a different approach by focusing on offensive Necromancer-themed destruction spells. Created by the same authors as Necrotic, it shares the same green visual elements, helping create a unified aesthetic for your magic. It's composed entirely of fire-based spells. In addition to dealing magic damage, the new flame abilities also reduce enemy weapon damage by a small percentage on hit. Desecration offers a variety of bolt, blast, touch, and rune spells, all of which scale in strength depending on your level. What sets Desecration apart is that it lets you lean into your character's identity as a Necromancer, even while using destruction magic. The spells feel distinct from your typical mage abilities, making them feel right at home in the hands of a Necromancer. As you build your army of the dead, you're bound to reanimate corpses and raise both Draugr and skeletons, so we might as well improve them. Starting with a few animation mods, first of which is Reanimated NPC Animations. This mod introduces new idle, running, and sprinting animations for reanimated corpses. Now these undead figures adopt a more hunched over posture, and when they move they throw their weight around, tossing their heads with every step. It gives the impression they're struggling, putting in a lot of effort just to move, which makes perfect sense after all their corpses. Expecting them to move as smoothly as they did in life wouldn't quite fit. Draugr have been given similar treatment thanks to Karunado's Draugr animations, a series of mods that enhance the movement, stagger, and attack animations for Draugr. It introduces new, more dynamic attack patterns and combos for each weapon type and combat style, making fights with Draugr more engaging, and of course making them better summons to have by your side. To enhance the visual effect of summoning, there is no better option than the newly released Summoning Portals VFX, a mod that greatly enhances summoning portals with new meshes, particles, and an improved color gradient. In Skyrim, reanimated thralls appear almost the same as they did in life, except for the bluish glow they emit. The Undead FX mod changes that by giving all reanimated thralls unique visual effects. When a corpse is reanimated, it has a chance of becoming either a Draugr or skeleton, with the probability of each configurable in the MCM. Additionally, the mod includes an option for partial decay, where thralls start at a random stage of decay and gradually progress over time until they eventually become a full-fledged Draugr or skeleton. While this feature is cool in concept, I would recommend keeping it disabled because it is no longer supported by the author, and it has some issues with its implementation. Even with this feature disabled, it's worth noting that I did encounter a few visual bugs while using this mod. Fortunately, most of these issues resolve themselves when loading into a new cell, but it's something to keep in mind if you decide to use it. Despite these issues, it's the only mod of its kind, and the trade-off is worth it for those looking to enhance the appearance of reanimated thralls, giving them a more authentic, undead feel. For improving the appearance of the undead, we have Draugrs' new models and textures, which significantly upgrades the models and textures for Skyrim's Draugr. It introduces subtle design improvements such as bones protruding from the ribcage and sunken, darkened eyes. The skin is also covered in blemishes and scars with a darker hue that more closely resembles that of an actual mummified corpse. There's even a patch hub to integrate these changes with nearly every mod in your load order, including a patch for both Undeath FX and Undeath Remastered, which we covered earlier. Another useful mod is less wide female Draugr shoulders. It tweaks the female Draugr skeleton to make the shoulders more natural and realistic. It's a small change, but once you notice a difference, you won't want to go without it. To upgrade their equipment, I recommend Ancient Nord armors and weapons Retexture. This mod improves the textures of Ancient Nord armor and weapons, which are often wielded by Draugr, and by skeletons as well. Speaking of skeletons, to enhance their appearance, we have Fourth Unknown Skeletons SE, a mod that redesigns Skyrim skeletons with new models and textures that are leaps and bounds ahead of the vanilla ones. In the base game, entering a city with a group of reanimated, rotting corpses often goes unnoticed by NPCs, despite necromancy being widely regarded as an unethical, if not outright evil practice. That changes with the mod NPCs React to Necromancy. Now NPCs will express a variety of reactions ranging from confusion, to disgust, to hate, or even curiosity. Here are a few examples.
You're asking for trouble walking around with dangerous magic like that.
What manner of magic is this? Get away from me!
Ah! Dead body!
By the gods, what's this world coming to?
With over 150 new voice lines, there's enough variety for it not to become repetitive. You can even enable extreme reactions where NPCs will permanently alter their opinion of you, and guards may confront or even arrest you for disturbing the peace.
This is no place for your weird experiments. Leave, now!
I need to ask you to stop. You're making people nervous. Have I made myself clear?
This adds real consequences to your actions, making necromancy feel more impactful, and further reinforces the feeling of being an outcast for openly practicing it. With all the thralls and summons we'll be managing, it's important to have an efficient way to control them. If you recall, Practical Necromancy, which we covered earlier, adds dialogue options for controlling your summons, and that works great for more specific commands. However, for simpler commands, it's much easier to use a Swiftly Order Squad mod. This mod allows you to issue orders to your entire squad of followers or summons, letting you tell them all to wait, teleport to you, or access their inventories all from a single quick access menu. It's incredibly intuitive, and is simply the best summon management mod out there. To ensure it works with your summons, make sure to use the Simply Order Summons version. I'll also include a link in the description for a patch that ensures compatibility with Practical Necromancy. Next, we have a few mods that enhance the quality of life for necromancers. Faster Reanimation speeds up the Reanimated animation, which can be slow in the base game. There are several speed options, and I recommend the 33% faster version, as it keeps the dramatic effect while making Reanimation more practical in combat. There's also Enhanced Reanimation, an SKSE plugin that fixes bugs and adds a number of new features such as the ability to reanimate decapitated corpses and ride reanimated mounts. It also resolves the issue with dead thralls and zombies disappearing when fast traveling, making this one an absolute must-have. That wraps up today's mods. I didn't quite get to everything I wanted to cover, so let me know in the comments if you'd like to see a part 2 which would focus on Necromancer themed player homes, armor, quest mods, and much more. If you're interested in the character presets I use, my mod list, or just want to go the extra mile in supporting the channel, consider subscribing to my Patreon. It's thanks to your support that videos like this are possible. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoy the video, and if you're new here, consider subscribing to the channel. And as always, thank you for watching.